Jumping ahead to 1821 is another case that helped John Marshall cement the Supreme Court's power over state courts, Cohens versus Virginia. In this case, the federal Congress passed a piece of legislation to start a lottery in Washington, D.C. to raise funds for the city. This was all well and good, except the bordering state of Virginia had already established their own lottery and prohibited the selling of out-of-state lottery tickets. It so happened that some of the federal D.C. tickets were being sold in Virginia. So the state brought the organizers of the lottery, two brothers with the last name Cohen, to criminal court. The highest court in Virginia decided that they were in violation of state law and fined them $100. Of course, I wouldn't be making this video if they didn't appeal that to the Supreme Court. Their lawyers argued that the federal law passed by Congress superseded state law, meaning that because Congress said they could do it, it didn't matter what Virginia said. Before the Supreme Court ruled on this one, they had to make a decision about whether they were allowed to rule on it. One of the opinions given by the court was that if state interpretation of federal law was unreviewable by federal court, there would be as many interpretations of federal law as there are states, creating conflicting interpretations. Federalist 80 was also cited talking about a hydra government of conflicting interpretations, and 82 was cited as evidence that the Supreme Court has appellate jurisdiction over state courts. All this justification for being allowed to rule on the case, the court finally decided that since the Act of Congress applied to D.C., and Virginia's state law prohibited ticket sales from out of state, the two laws were not contradictory. The Cohens should have kept their ticket sales inside the borders of Washington, D.C. The fine imposed by the original court case in Virginia was valid.